Hey, did you hear Tommy Thompson's thinking of jumping into the race? No lie. That's what his friends are saying anyway. And Tommy's saying it himself. He's saying the polls are looking pretty good for him, and he ain't even in yet. So once he gets in, he'll do even better, right? He'll keep on going up. And before you know it, he'll be Wisconsin's next senator. Not governor, senator. Had to check there for a second. It's hard to keep track of which race Tommy Thompson is thinking of jumping into any particular time. I mean, he was thinking of running for governor too, wasn't he? For most people, you'd figure 14 years would be enough to scratch that itch, but not for Tommy, though. All you heard a couple of months ago was he wanted back in. You can imagine how that made those other two guys, that Scott Walker and Mark Newman, how they felt. They're trying to step up to the big leagues and convince folks they can win statewide. And all of a sudden, here's Tommy talking about another term for himself and putting those guys right in his shadow, just like always. And then once he's got them all good and worried, then he says, nah, I'm not going to run for governor, but maybe I'll run for senator, which has got two other guys biting their tongues, guys nobody's ever heard of, but who were willing to go up against Russ Feingold, see what happens. Except people kept coming up to Tommy telling him he should be taking on Feingold, telling him he can beat Feingold, which maybe he can, especially this year, which everyone says is going to be terrible for Democrats. Not that Feingold's your ordinary Democrat, but still. Anyway, Tommy'd love running against Feingold. What a battle that'd be. And he'd love beating Feingold. What he wouldn't love, what he'd hate, is being in the Senate. Tommy Thompson likes being in charge, you know. In the Senate, he'd be one of 100, like they say. And down at the very bottom of that seniority thing, he'd have to wait his turn, and he's no spring chicken, you know. And here's the other thing. Tommy Thompson likes getting stuff done. Have you looked at the Senate lately? They don't get hardly anything done, and that's exactly how they like it. Like it's their job to not get anything done. So Tommy could run, yeah, and Tommy could win. But Tommy'd go nuts.